Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Minister Anthony Hilton, members of the head table, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon again. This has been really something that I was really hoping for the past 2 years. I think that I had the first meeting with the new Minister of Industry and Commerce, I think it was January or February of 2012, where we started to discuss the potential for the logistic hub and the World Bank Group support to this. So I was very excited the fact that we mentioned many times to do something like this in terms of gathering people around, explaining what the logistic hub is and how it can be. But at the time there was not really a clear idea of what it was. So today is really a great day to be here, and I hope that I can answer some of your questions. So I will give you a brief description of what the World Bank Group is doing, and then maybe a little bit more about what can be done in terms of finding the option for financing and competitiveness. Unfortunately, what happened, I had all this ready. Yeah, but then I figured out that everybody say the same thing. So even Mr. Bullock now is going to talk about Vision 2030, and he just say that. So I'm going to just improvise and give you a brief idea about what the World Bank Group is doing, not just in terms of logistics, but in terms of stimulating the framework for growth and competitiveness in Jamaica. But first of all, let me tell you the fact that Jamaica is not really a standstill. I don't think that it's true that Jamaica didn't grow for 40 years. Because if we were true, how do you explain the Jamaicans outside that they're growing? I mean, they're really contributing to the world economy. So maybe it's true that economically you have no growth, but in terms of maybe people, individuals, you have grown. And I think that that is where we need to really focus more in terms of how to make it happen. It's not going to be about the economic growth, is more about people growth, people innovation, social innovation, or social transformation, as Mr. Bullock was saying. So when we began to work here in Jamaica a few years ago, we found difficult to work in an environment in which there was really not much cohesion in terms of an agenda for growth. And then I think that there was really a dialogue more around what can be done. In the Logistic Hub initiative, when it took basically shape a little bit, was really one of the key areas in which we say, well, maybe we need to focus on this. The World Bank Group has always provided support, mostly in terms of social support and probably climate change and others. Our IFC colleagues, of course, have provided support to the private sector. So we decided, well, maybe it's time now to go and look more deeply in terms of what is going to make Jamaica more attractive to foreigners, to foreign investors. What is going to make Jamaica more attractive to people that really want to come and live here, as you say, in Vision 2030. So basically, how can we bring the global companies in Jamaica and make them, to put their headquarters over here, as it happens in Panama? I mean, if you go to Panama, that's what happened. There are lots of headquarters of global companies with their families living there and enjoying every minute of it. So we discussed about how to go about this, and then at that point was the agreement with the IMF in terms of the 4-year program, and that's where we found our opportunity, basically, in terms of supporting the growth agenda of the government in different ways. First of all, to support 3 main pillars: the logistics, the agriculture, the ICT and creative industries. And secondly, at the same time, to support really the enabling environment for all these industries, for example, investment climate, financing, and the like. So and that's how we began the dialogue with the government in terms of, okay, let's look how we can make this happen. And we had discussions with civil society, with people, entrepreneurs group, with everyone. And I think that everyone was a little bit skeptic that this would happen. So this is what has changed today compared to last year. Last year was a lot of skepticism in terms of what would happen in Jamaica or to Jamaica as a result of the global economic downturn. Now there is a little pickup. World economic growth is expected to grow about 3.2%, which is not much, but it's a beginning. While developing country growth is projected to be 5.3%. So this is where I think the window of opportunities for Jamaica. So our program basically supports the economic growth of Jamaica, the agenda for basically laying the foundation for increased competitiveness in attracting investment. So that is the part that I think that maybe is a little bit boring, and you can read it on the papers, and we are preparing the projects. But I think there is another part that I think that I'm much more interested in because I live here. When I came to Jamaica, when I was over the airport, I looked at Jamaica. It looked like an island, and then I really found out it was really indeed an island, but an island, a beautiful island, nevertheless, but an island also in terms of the way it conduct business. But for few companies, global companies, everybody else is really thinking about their own local environment. Basically, either it's Jamaica or the Caribbean, but what about outside? So in terms of society, I think that there is the kind of need to stimulate the social transformation, as Mr. Bullock mentioned, to move towards really social innovation. How can you innovate? How can you be part of the global economy? How can you be a little bit more connected, like the Jamaicans that they live outside Jamaica? So in terms of the social agenda, I think that this is where we need to really push more in terms of making the Logistic Hub initiative a reality. As you saw the presentations today, I mean, I was amazed to see that everything that we saw today is possible. And I think that, in terms of the World Bank Group, we are interested in supporting many of those things. I cannot say most of that, but I think that we would like to have a presence in support to the private sector, to the government, and also to the investors that will come to Jamaica. But we will not be able to do anything, we or the other partner institutions, to do something unless there is really a change in the culture, a change in terms of making it happen. And I was arguing with someone today that at lunch, they say, well, now we need to move towards implementation. But to me, compared to what I saw last year, we're already here. I think that there is already a change in the way people behave, the way people think, the way people talk about the Logistic Hub initiative compared to last year. People see those economic opportunities. They see the international companies are coming. So they see the opportunities. Now the issue is how can we bring those people together to basically say, okay, if there is development in terms of the Logistic Hub initiative, how can we be part of it? For us, it's very important to support the Logistic Hub initiative master plan, which is logistics, but it's also important to provide support in terms of the urbanization, because you cannot have a plan for, which is a game changer in terms of the port expansion or the port with special economic zones without thinking about, how is this going to affect Kingston, downtown Kingston in particular? How can you create those linkages? Very key. And I think that, we need to really look very carefully how we can make that happen. But as you probably understand, having a master plan for downtown Kingston, which I think that there are already 15 of that, it will not change much. What it will change will be the commitment from the Jamaicans to make it happen, to be part of it, like also the private sector in Jamaica to really believe in Jamaica, and not just because Jamaica is Jamaica, it's because Jamaica doesn't have to open the doors to the world. They have to just accept others to come. But you need to have the kind of investment climate that will facilitate those investments, those people to come in. So in ending, I think that, to me, what I've seen today, and what I learned over the past 2 years, working with many of you, the government and the private sector, is that, we are really at a turning point. I think this year can be the year in which Jamaica can see some of those big results coming to fruition. But we also need to think very carefully about how you as a society can change, can stimulate, can transform yourself and be more an innovation type of society, that we will fight for that. We'll fight for the things that they're really making every country competitive on the global markets. So being competitive doesn't mean that you need to have X number of competitive industries. You need to be competitive as a culture, as a people. And that's, I think, that the main message I would like to leave with you in terms of attracting investments and be more competitive. Let's think and stimulate social innovation in Jamaica. Let's think about how we can do something in terms of promoting those investments and be part of it. Thank you very much.